Alright, so what I want to do to start off things is to just go through, one final little introduction. So the Brightspace orientation that you should have completed at this point is designed to really do a lot of the introduction, but I really want to just jump into the course so you know exactly where some things are located. If you have any questions about Brightspace orientation, or if you didn't happen to complete it, make sure you do let me know in the virtual office. So the first thing that we're going to do is, and this video will obviously be in this place right in here as you're watching things, but the first thing to do is go to Content. So right now we're on Course Home, but now we're at Content. And essentially the first place to go is to the course overview. So this will be just some general information about the course itself. Sometimes some instructors put some personal information in here as well, so it's always a good place to go to first. After that point, the next best place is to go to a course resources module. So the course resources module in this particular course has three specific areas. So it has a course welcome and syllabus walkthrough video, has the syllabus itself, and it has the virtual office. So I just mentioned the virtual office. It's a good place to go. If you have any specific questions, anyone in the class can answer those questions. It doesn't have to be just me answering those questions in there, but nonetheless, it is a place where I will monitor to make sure that everything is going well for you throughout this course. So the first thing though that I want you to click onto is the course welcome and syllabus walkthrough video. So when you click onto there, what you should see is, and you may not see this video specifically here, but the goal is to see the video. So you may have to hit a play button, you may have to hit an allow button for it to play. And then after you allow it, just kind of play it through, watch the video, and what I'll do is I'll walk you through the syllabus specifically. I'll give you some pointers about how to read that document, and we can go from there. So going back and just into the paper trail, course resources, you can see now here's your syllabus. So I encourage you to read completely through your syllabus. I encourage you to save it, to download it, to print it, because the syllabus is really going to be your reference throughout the entire course. So you can see that information is all contained here. Really important stuff. So again, watch the video first, and then print it and read through that syllabus as well. So several ways to navigate. You can see that I'm using kind of the breadcrumbs and going backwards along those tabs, but you can always go back to content and get back to the course resources that way. But little arrows of completion, in my view, may look slightly different, and really it will look slightly different than your view. Let me just change my view real quick. So this should be exactly what you saw initially. When you go to content, this should be what you're seeing as well. So once you complete something, so we watched completely through that video, completed it, just mark it off. It tells you what your status of completion is. You always can just mark the virtual open house. Essentially all it is just that discussion board. You can start a new thread and make sure you just label things specifically as possible, and then I'll get back to you on that information. Other areas now, so once you go completely through the syllabus, then you really can start the course. And to begin, just go into module 1, and you can see all of the components. There's some text. I encourage you to obviously read through the information that's provided in all descriptions. Then you can jump through, you can meet the faculty. So essentially once you read through the information, you can watch a little bit of a video about myself. If you're working on Chrome, so what I did, I just expanded the video a little bit so you can kind of see what's going on my screen. So there's a video here, but you can't see the video. So if you're working in Google Chrome, which really is the browser that I encourage you to work with most often, there's a little bit of a shield right here. So you grab onto the shield and you hit load unsafe scripts. They are safe, Google doesn't recognize them as being safe. So what happens is now it loads a YouTube video, so you can see a little bit of a message for me, and then you can see basically the faces of who's going to be teaching your classes, their current assignments. Assignments do change throughout the program, We do differ. We do switch around some classes at times, but as of now, these are your instructors for the given courses. So you can go back. What I'd probably say, there's a couple ways you can do it. You can go back and hit to meet your faculty, and you can go kind of through this way. Or other ways of doing things, you can just kind of click onto things here. You can use the next arrow, and that will help you kind of go through things a little bit quicker then. So you can kind of read through here, go into the program introduction, information. You can click through things that way, use your next arrows, and kind of go from there. So that's one of the many ways to navigate. You'll find your own ways to kind of navigate as well. But the goal is to start the process, to explore, to work on completing Module 1. And if you have any questions with anything of the general content in here in Module 1, or your assignments for Module 1, which are all indicated here, so a discussion board with 2 peer responses, a program handbook quiz, so when you go through some of these contents, you'll be able to have the information necessary to take the quiz. What's also unique about this class is that I have unlimited attempts set on the quiz, so if you didn't do well the first time, feel free to jump in as many times as necessary to be able to complete those quizzes. Other information about uploading your Brightspace completion certificate, so from that Brightspace Orientation, so make sure you do load that into here. Program Handbook Acknowledgement, you'll be able to get that from the Program Overview section as far as that information, so you can download the document here, sign the document acknowledging that you've went through that information, schedule your phone conference, and that's essentially Module 1's assignment. So not heavy, it's a 1 credit hour class, so by far it's going to be lighter than any other class as well. But I wanted to give you a general walkthrough of how to navigate through this specific platform. So hopefully you've enjoyed the video, but if you do have any specific questions, this will be a good time to get to the virtual office. So if you remember, the virtual office was located under Course Resources, and you can click under here. Or if a class doesn't happen to have a Course Resources page, you can click onto Activities, and it's found in Discussions, and then you can see the virtual office is here as well, along with all of your other discussion boards throughout the class. So there's always multiple ways of getting through some things, so you can navigate page by page, or you can go to specific areas. So under Activities, you can see discussions, drop boxes, quizzes, and surveys accordingly. So good information there, but if you have any, and like I said, if you have any questions, now is a great time to try that virtual office.